So what is SQL injection? Injection exploits typically badly written code. You're going to trick the database into executing SQL that the developer never intended you to execute. Note that SQL will be executing with certain privileges, and that makes the mechanism a whole lot more complicated. With whose privilege is that unintended SQL going to run? And that raises the question of controlling privilege escalation. Privilege escalation is a huge topic that we really do not have time to talk about today, but we do have some published material on it already. So an injection then is a way of fooling the database and running code that you didn't intend it to run. It is often accomplished through user input, crafted user input. And when I say crafted, it's strings that are going to be parsed by Oracle as though they were code. Perhaps string literals, lack of validation of literals. Such break-ins with SQL injection do usually require knowledge of the application. But you might think, oh, our software is secure. Don't be so sure. The example I'm going to give, think of eBusiness Suite, Oracle eBusiness Suite. You run eBusiness Suite's totally secure, of course it is. Anyone on the planet can download eBusiness and install it. That gives them full access to all the source code. If any of your internet facing applications are based on, say, the EBS self-service apps that are open to the internet, well, the source code behind them, anyone can look it up. So it's often surprisingly easy to get knowledge of the code behind your application. Any well-known environment may be vulnerable if the code has weaknesses. Even something as simple as URLs. I was just experimenting with this. I'm going to go to asktom.oracle.com, famous website. Now, look at that URL. I'll just copy it somewhere where maybe you can a bit easier to see. AskTomOracle.com. I've been redirected to PLS Apex F P equals 100. It doesn't take a genius to realize we're talking to an Apex application, aren't we? It's obvious. Oracle has made no attempt to disguise that, the fact that we're talking to an Apex application. That tells an attacker, gives him a huge amount of information. But say I wanted to break in. Well, a lot of Apex applications have a virtual path called I. And in that virtual path, there's a set of images. Maybe there's one called no.gif. Well, knock me down with a feather. There it is. I don't think Oracle expected me to be able to do that. But I can, because I know what I'm talking to. I'm talking to Apex. Maybe I could try another one. I wonder what version Oracle is using here. Let's see if we can look at Apex version TXT. Well, I never. This is a well-known file in Apex environments. There's all sorts of information you can glean just from looking at the URLs and applications you're working with. I hope yours aren't vulnerable in the same way. So, remember, SQL injection usually requires knowledge of the application behind it. Well, that application knowledge may be quite easy to gain.